We have a lot to cover in this episode of Weekly Money. The channel's at 500 subscribers. Last week's Weekly Money episode is almost at 1,700 views. I have no words. Thank you guys. But that just makes me want to go even harder at making more videos, more content about the things you want to know and need to know to start your hotshot trucking business. Leave me all the questions you have about getting started and all these kind of things in the comment section, and I promise I'll answer those for you. In the meantime, we have a lot to cover. Let's get into this week's Weekly Money episode. Good morning. Hi, papas. I love my Mondays and I love daddy daycare, but I'm working, supporting small businesses with this omelet delivery with one eye on the baby and one eye on the load board. It's 11 o'clock and I just booked my first Tuesday load. Christian's reminded me he's hungry, but something tells me to check the load board before giving him breakfast. Good thing I did. I snagged my second load for Tuesday. I'm done working for the day. And I'm back to daddy daycare. It's Tuesday. I overslept, supposed to wake up at 4 a.m., got up at 6:30, and I woke up to this. It's March. Oh man, gotta hit the road. Since I don't work Mondays, I'm typically empty on a Tuesday morning, so I'm deadheading 2 hours to a local farm to pick up my first load of the week. Now I realize the rate per mile on this load is huge, but it's only a 96-mile run, so I'm not putting this on here to have you guys say, oh my God, he gets $5 a mile. That's not why it's here. The reason I'm posting those figures is to show you guys that the concept is make as much money as possible for as short a run as possible. I don't run loads typically for $300 or so, no matter how short they are, because it takes up your time. You want to make sure that you're getting a good amount no matter how short the run is. All right, let's keep moving. The one thing I've learned not to play around with is fuel. I've pulled off some fancy maneuvers in some non-truck friendly gas stations just to get diesel before running out on the side of the road somewhere. I'm topping off at a third of a tank and then back to self-quarantine. I've been offloaded by forklifts, bulldozers, marine cranes, and roof-mounted cranes. But people? This is definitely going to set me back. All right, whatever. I have a half an hour to make a 1 hour drive. I'm doing the PP shuffle all the way to my next stop, but I made it. By the way, if you're a newbie hotshot and you're not used to hauling a trailer around, you may want to practice reversing in an empty parking lot in between the white lines, because you may need to reverse into places like this. My paperwork says I'm here to pick up 2 pieces. This is a 2-piece stop. But somehow, some way, I guess I turned into the FedEx and UPS guy because I'm taking a 3rd piece and a 4th piece, and that inevitable mysterious box I end up with somehow, some way. But it doesn't really matter. This load takes me across home, so I'm home for the night, and I'll deliver this in the morning. Tarp is good, straps are good, let's keep moving. It's Wednesday, and I decided, let me be a little bit better prepared this week than I was last week. Loading in my ramps, just in case I don't find any freight coming out of the Boston area, I can always throw 2 vehicles on here. I always have my camera rolling to capture loads being put on and taken off for these videos. But today I'm happy I had it rolling because I've never seen a load unloaded this way before. So if this would have went wrong, at least I had it recorded and it wouldn't have been my fault. My first stop today was really just dropping off a load that carried over from yesterday. So this is really my first stop, picking up my first load for the day. And I'm happy to see that these guys are serious about fighting this coronavirus. This is a 6-item load, and I'm extremely picky when it comes to placement, mainly to distribute the weight evenly and to make sure nothing slides or moves while I'm rolling. The loaders were extremely helpful as always, and they helped me get it the way I wanted. This is a tiny little load. It's only paying $300. It took me 35 minutes to get here to pick it up from my last drop. And it's only taking me 53 minutes from here to drop it off in Boston. So It's a really easy load, not huge money, but it's quick too. Keeps me in this area so I can find something else. Cool things about this load. First off, it's a Rubik's Cube. Every box, every wooden piece in this huge crate, 8-foot tall crate, is loose. Thank God I asked him if they were loose. He said, no, they're all loose. And I'm like, oh, good to know. So I'm gonna throw some of them in the bed of my truck and some of them I'm gonna strap independently. So after sitting for 2-3 hours driving here and there, I kind of look forward to monkeying around. This was like a big jungle gym for me. It's like a truck driver's heaven, really. Secondly, I'm super stoked because I scored this load after dropping off my last load, which was a quick pick and drop. And this came on the board. I called immediately. It was a 2-hour drive, paying $650, going right back to where I just came from. So 2 hours here. I'm gonna load this really fast and strap it really fast and bring it back down to where it's going, and then I'll be home by 7, maybe 7:30. When I came into this place, to this where I am, it was underneath a bridge that was 9'6" tall. This load is 8 feet. My trailer's 3, 9, 10, 11. There's no way I can take this back the way I came. So I made it a point to ask him, how do I get out of here without going that way? And he told me really quick how to get on the highway and through an alternative route, which accommodates high heights like this. So those are just some of the things you want to be aware of. Are things loose? Do they need to be secured? Otherwise they fly out on the road, and that's on you. Secondly, you can't demolish the load or, you know, inhibit infringe on public safety because you didn't take account of the bridge heights nearby. Not too shabby. So this is how I secured this thing. I have one strap going across here. It's not directly on an edge, which is why I didn't use an edge protector. Plus the edge protector won't fit here, but I'm good there. But if you notice, it's pulling to the front of the unit of the load. Over here I have the same thing going on. On the other side, you can see it's pulling more towards the back. Here, because of that, it didn't pull that way, but that's okay. In the center, that box is the only item inside the crate that didn't come out. These silver things are screwed down, but that box did not move. I couldn't get it out. Rather, it moves, but I couldn't get it out, so I just strapped over it. I'll show you on the other side in a second. This guy just went over it with a strap. This is less than 5 feet, so I can get away with just one strap. Got to be conscious of the time, which is why I'm talking really, really fast, because I have 2 hours to make. I have 2 hours. No, I have 3 hours to make a 2-hour drive. Gotta go. Later. Man, I just made it. The guy who unloaded me said 10 more minutes, and I would have been gone. Whew. I would have hated to bring that load all the way home and all the way back, or stay the night for no reason. Man, and I missed my exit. Listening to news talk radio. I gotta turn that stuff off. All right, so Friday about 2:30, 2:45, being loaded, or I was just loaded with this siding. That's going up to Poughkeepsie, New York for a Monday morning stop. And then before I push record on this video, I just got word from a broker that I was talking to about 45 minutes ago that I got the okay for a load that's supposed to go on a step deck, which is a lower trailer that goes behind big boy tractors, but it's 36 inches off the ground. My Hotshot trailer is step deck height, which I always mention on my calls to brokers, especially if the load is posted as it's for a step deck. So he had to confirm with his customer that that load going on a Hotshot was okay. Again, it doesn't really matter. The weight is within my means, and the height of the deck is the same off the ground. The only difference is that that's hauled by a tractor and this is hauled by the Boss Hog. So other than that, he just called me to say, hey, you got that load for Monday. So basically, this is my pickup right now. This is what is this? I think this is 500 if I'm not mistaken. And then I'm resting with it all weekend. Monday morning at like 4:30, I'll head out to Poughkeepsie, drop this off, and then I'll head back down to Connecticut to pick up that $800 load and shoot up to New Hampshire and do that. So not a bad $1,300 Monday, if you ask me.